two. Now to one. It's Dean. Yes!
This one is crushed.
MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm on being real.
Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I'm your host, Tony Cook, and we are joined today by none other than the chosen one. Just Do It Julian Petway. What's happening, dog?
Good, Tony. It feels good to be back and checking in with y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
We got a lot to talk about.
A lot. First and foremost, I want to wish you a happy Father's Day. We talked about it earlier. I appreciate you, bro. For each 7 a.m. Most dads got a lot of responsibilities, but we got up, like you said, it's first take.
First take, Faithful Fan Show.
Yeah.
I already seen you did one with Corey, so I was like, yeah, I can't miss out, bro. I got to be a part of that wave.
Absolutely, dog. And the whole thing is we just watched game 4 of the finals last night.
Yeah.
And it's a good matchup. Everything I thought it was going to be, it's exactly that. Like, I knew these teams would match up well against each other. And everyone says no one's watching it, but real hoopers are watching this mess. Like, this is good basketball. What have you seen so far? What have you liked about this series so far?
Well, I think that they mentioned it. Was it Miles Turner? Just talking about the new wave of like the big three teams are kind of out of style now, and it's showing that this depth and having a Swiss Army knife of multiple players that can do different things for you. And I think the contrast of styles with those two type of teams of like deep teams that are made up of like 9, 10 guys in the rotation, like for example, the Oklahoma City Thunder are more offensive. I feel like have the advantage offensively. I feel like their guys outside of Shea, like their supporting cast, is better scorers. And then when you look at Indiana, their supporting cast, I think that they're better defenders. So I feel like their dogs on defense, it's just like an equal matchup because you have contrast of style of like this committee of all these guys playing together with OKC, and they play defense too. But I feel like those other guys, once the ball gets moving, their offense is like they score a lot of points. Like if you watch their games, they get up to 110, 120 a lot of times this season. But then I think that with the like I said, with like Miles Turner, stepping up on defense, clogging the paint up, like so the games are coming down to very, very few possessions, very few decisions, like that, and that's what we want in the finals. So like you said, like it doesn't matter. Even if you're not even a real avid hoop fan, like there's so many storylines here. Like for the fact of the matter, like Indiana Pacers haven't been relevant, the Thunder haven't really been relevant. So you have these two new small market teams like in the finals. You have a superstar like Shea, being from Canada, taking over the league. You have a guy coming out of nowhere like Halliburton taking out all these greats and legends on the way to the finals. So
all these clutch moments.
It's a lot there, bro. And for us as hoop fans, bro, we're all over it right now. So I don't see how you couldn't be excited right now with this final series.
And I loved how you talked about how one team, they have a lot of, so the Pacers, they match up perfect with OKC because who does OKC have? Shea, the best offensive player in the league, but Pacers are loaded with point of attack defenders. Nembhard, fire. Naismith, fire. You know what I'm saying? Even Miles Turner is a rim protector. He's always been a rim protector. So they have everything they need to combat OKC. But OKC's defense, they have good defense too, but it's more like a team-based defense. Like they have players like Caruso, Dort, players that play good team defense, and which makes it hard for a Pacers because they're like up and down the floor. You need to have good team defense to beat them. So it's just matching up masterfully. I love it. And I wanted to ask, now that the series is tied, because last night OKC tied the series 2-2. How do you see this unfolding, dog? We going 7, and who wins?
I feel like, to be honest, I think the Pacers are a better team. I think that they're showing us that they're the better team, but I think Shea, he's a better player, and he's like, it's his time, and he's fighting to try to make it his time. And the Pacers aren't just letting him have it. But I don't know, because like let's just say like even the game the Thunder have won, they've been so close. Like the Pacers made a few mistakes. Like if
Hmm.
the Pacers don't make those few mistakes, they're up 3-4-0. The series is almost over right now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
I haven't seen one point in the series. Um, I mean,
Besides game one,
game one, right? Yeah,
that's
game
it.
one. That yeah, like and even then, it wasn't like a dominant like
No.
5-10 minutes of you watching the game and watching the series. Like, damn, they're just killing
Oh,
them.
yo, I
Like
think the
they're just
Pacers in game one, they just had to adjust to what OKC was doing. Because in the second half, ever since the second half of game one, Pacers been, like you said, they've been kind of in command of the series.
like yeah, they're just not showing that like, damn, this team is just better than them. It's just like what we saw last night, for example. Shy stepping up, he's the best player, the MVP for a reason, and just kind of taking matters in his own hands and like
Oof,
he has to win the game for them like
bro.
that. Like it's just showing you, you know?
His fourth quarter, dog, some of the moves he was, I texted him, I was like, dog, Shea is
Yeah, I know.
filthy. He pushes off. He be pushing off, but like, it's offense, bro. Like, the
That's
ref,
not a push off. That's not a push off. That's not a
what
push
do you
off.
mean,
That's
Jay? The
not a push off.
baseline one, dudes are literally
No,
falling
time
to the
out. First of
ground.
all, and I'm not, and I I like if I had to say I wanted one of them to win, I want the Pacers to win. I'm more of a fan of Halliburton and the Pacers story right now. So like,
Okay, I get
I'm
you.
just gonna
I
put
get
that
you.
out there. I'm gonna put that out there. But what Shea did last night, he didn't push off, bro. Like the combination of the defenders' momentum also going that way, like that contact is every play type
You're
contact.
right. You got to be in position. That's a
It
part of
wasn't
the
like an
game.
exaggerate like woof, you know what I'm saying? It just
Right.
when you slow the frames down like that and you see the combination of his momentum going and then that little bit of like, like no, that's
It's,
basketball, bro. It's
he's
basketball.
smooth though, bro. And his left and his he's got it either way to the cup. His left is nasty. Like,
I was watching the 520 podcast with Teague and them boys, man, and it was like they were talking about how he just resurrect the mid range game, bro. And it's just like it just shows you how effective the mid range. Like if you look at all the great players, like from Jordan to Kobe and
hmm
Melo, and like these scorers that were just elite, even KD, even Curry sometimes. Like, bro, if you gotta be in the mid range because first of all, when you play professional, like especially NBA, you got that defensive three rule, but those bigs, bro, are always one step away. They
hmm
like, so like you're not always going to be able to get to the rim, and then it's like, he's lengthy and he's a little bit taller than some of his defenders. So at any given point, his best opportunity is just to rise up over. So if he gets to that space in that mid range and he creates with those shoulder bumps now, and the difference between Shy now versus these last 5 years is he's been in the weight room.
hmm
You know what I'm
He's
saying? Now
playing players. He's shrugging dudes off
he's
and
stronger now. So it's like that mid range, bro. He's an art to watch and play and to get those mid range shots off.
but we gonna
Like
get back. But
it's art.
bro, but let me ask you. So you didn't. You said this is what you said. You said I like the pay. So you think the series is going game seven? And who do you have winning, Jay? Because you said I like the Pacers,
Yeah,
but Shake is
I
the
think the
dog.
Pacers. I think the Pacers upset, shocked the world, man. And
Really?
I think they're the better team. I think they're the better team. It's showing that they're the better team. And I just Shea might be the better player out of all 10 guys on the court. But if you look at team versus team, it's like, damn, the Pacers kind of like they're just a couple plays
Yeah.
away. So I'm gonna say the Pacers do it.
He's torn. I can tell you're torn, Jay.
I'm gonna say the Pacers do it just to say they did it.
Okay.
I respect Shea and all that. Um, I know your next question is like,
Yeah, no, but let me, but because I agree with you in a way, but I like, so the Pacers, I want, like you said, I want the Pacers to win because they have the best story. Halliburton has shut everybody up, and I like that. I like that about him. I've actually become a fan just on this run because I was kind of one of those dudes like, he kind of be just running around passing a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was and his shot is ugly. I was one of those guys.
yeah,
But after this run, all respect. And I love seeing him hit an and one and go talk to his pops. Like, I love all that, bro. That's fire to me. So, like, I want the Pacers to win, but after watching Shea do what he did in the fourth quarter last night, and they were down all game. And then and then the other thing that I liked about Shea early in the game, I don't know if you saw it because I was listening to the audio too. Chet like twisted his ankle or something, and they went back to Shay's like, dog, get up. We need, he just went right over to him early in the game. Nah, we ain't doing that. You playing? I don't care. Get up, walk it off. I was like, oh, Shay's on some leadership stuff right now that I like. So
you know where that comes from? That comes from the years before him losing and going through those moments, you
absolutely,
know?
absolutely.
And
So
it's good it's good. I agree. It's good to see him do those type of things because before he wasn't like that. He wasn't
yep,
vocal.
you can see him being vocal with the young guys, and so you got Pacers because they're a better team. I got after seeing, I think if it comes down to it in a game 7 at home, Hallie can't do that. Like, I can see Hallie hitting a game winner to win it all. The way this is played out, I can see that, but I think Shea ain't gonna let that happen. I think Shea gonna take it to
Yeah.
go crazy and drop 35 again. Like that's me.
Yeah.
But
That's the smart pick. And I understand it. I
he
understand
he
it.
said, but I'm gonna have fun with this shit.
I just think it'd be more, it's just I'm gonna tell you another reason why though.
Let me
Uh I think for me, I think I'm biased because the American versus the international battle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like leaning, and then the West Coast battle. But then, my nigga Dice, my cousin Galvin, he's
Yeah.
such a big Oklahoma City Thunder fan. So he literally has an OKC tattoo. He's been had that tattoo for like 15 years, bro. Like
Wow. So
when KD and Westbrook used to play for them, he got that because his first college he went to was in Oklahoma City.
he ain't no bandwagon. He really would.
No, he was there the first year they were there, so like he was like a big part of like you know what I mean. That's like his team. So
Yeah.
for people like that, just as much as like the Pacers, like the Thunder's never won nothing. Like you know what I mean, they're underdog in a way too. But I think it's more of my bias because of that international and the American basketball shit. Like I think that I want Halliburton to win it because it's gonna be a couple years now. Like bro, even us as Laker fans, like it's gonna be all European guys killing the league the next couple years.
It's gonna be crazy.
Like the only other dude that could stop him right now is Anthony Edwards, bro.
Yup. Yup.
If he doesn't rise up and become the champion for the NBA, it's gonna be Wemby, Luca,
All four.
and
Giannis.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like, so I think this is the last type. This is the last few years where we have it, and I think that's where I'm going for Halliburton. But
Okay, so that leads me to the next question because Halliburton is clearly a rising superstar.
yeah,
And in my last episode on the Faithful Fan Show, I asked everybody, who would you rather start your franchise with? We all know Shea. Well, I think Shea is the better player, but if you're starting a franchise, how would you start it? Would you want the dynamic point guard or the dynamic scorer, Jay?
I mean, I'll say this: neither, because the Clippers drafted Shea, right, and the Kings drafted Halliburton, correct?
Oh,
Okay, so nobody ever knew neither one of them was going to be what they are. You see
true.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Shea, he might have I mean, I'm trying to think like who he reminds me of. Like he, I don't know. I mean, I would say, like this is what I would say about their game. So the reason why Halliburton is good is because people need to stop thinking what he's doing is luck. Like when you
Yeah.
have a player like him, it's not lucky because that's his game. He's
Yep.
so unorthodox that you don't know his steps. Like when he does his steps, and you know what I mean? You don't know when he's about to get his shot off. When he
Hmm.
does a lot of his moves and his setups and his counters, you don't know it's coming because he moves weird.
Weird.
He
Yes.
bounces side to
Fast though,
side.
he's able to get. He's taller too. He's
Yeah.
fast, tall, kind of like Shea. It's weird.
He's like a
Nice.
Ginobili. He's like a bigger Ginobili kind of, you
Mhm.
know. He's like a new age version. Like he's jumping the pass. Like our coaches tell us to never jump the pass. Like
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Right. You're right.
He's
He does that a
mastered
lot.
it. He mastered it. You feel me? It's like shit that like niches that nobody else does. He's like that's his game, and that's what they reminded me of. I want to say they reminded me like some old Spurs teams a little bit. The way they play collectively and defensively. But
Absolutely.
I think that I mean here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Shea or Halliburton?
If you pick Shea to start your organization, right? You have to pay him initially more. So his what you expect from him, you expect him to be an MVP, right? Like
Mhm.
so if I take Halliburton and I start my organization kind of like the Pacers did, like first of all, we got him for the low, and then he came out of nowhere, and then it's like no, it's like it's kind of like
More bang for your buck.
diamond in a diamond in the rough. Like it's just
Yeah.
like a genius decision because nobody knew this guy was going to be the dude that take us to the finals and possibly bring a championship home.
Yeah, and his like you said, that's a great point because his game doesn't necessarily dictate that you pay him like you give him the bag, you roll out the bag. He's kind of a cool point guard,
And he's
and
not
at the
the
moment he's
MVP.
clutch.
Like Shea is like a guy where you're like, okay, you could be the MVP, bro. Like nobody told Halliburton he was gonna be the
No,
MVP.
he
No,
was the
and
most
still,
overrated. He was the most overrated player coming into the playoffs.
and
Right.
it's like,
Interesting take, Jay. So you would
and then
tally
think
so you
about
could
this.
pay more players.
Think about this. It's like on the USA team, everybody looks at this dude like, bro, why is he here? There's a lot of guys that should be here above him. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like I feel like he's been sitting there this whole time listening to all the people's opinions, and now he's showing you how he feels.
Yeah.
So it's like, and his team, they embody that too because that's who they are as well. So it's a perfect situation. So I feel like when you ask that question, like Halliburton's story, he had to go to a team that was a sleeper team that like the Pacers, nobody cared, nobody knew, like nobody respects the Pacers
Yeah.
really. Like it's kind of like Giannis going to the Bucks. How Giannis was like a perfect superstar, a humble dude who the city was like in their organization, kind of like it just worked out together and they brought a championship to them. You know, it's kind of like those weird situations where I don't know, like I
Now
would have,
you got me
you
wanting
know,
Burton to win the finals.
because if you're the like that's and that's the biggest thing about these that's what I love about sports because the stories, you know what I mean, in the sense
Yep.
of like you can't control that.
Absolutely not.
And all these decisions that were made 15, 20 years ago when these guys were drafted and Shea was drafted to the Clippers and the Clippers traded him for Paul George, right? You know what I'm saying?
And
And
now
so
Shea is the MVP and Paul George is on his way out the league.
you feel me? And
You know
then
what I'm saying?
this is what I'm gonna say about the Thunder. That dude that runs that team, he probably is the best GM or the best decision maker.
Is it
And
still Presti?
he's been
It's still Presti? Is it the one that it's not the KD.
the
It's
dude that wears the glasses.
okay,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking. Yep, yep.
Yeah, him. He's hot because he did all that shit for them niggas, Russell and KD, and they never won for him. And then he still came back. Like he still came back. Like, man, look at me. I did this all with draft picks and making just like weird decisions of picking guys that know what like look like you know what I'm saying, the way he did it. You know what I mean? Not weird, but on like unconventional ways that nobody was putting teams together how OKC has put this team together and now they're in the championship. So he's proving that his formula works.
And what we're also seeing, you said it at the beginning of the show, we are seeing that it's no longer a big three league. It's a how deep is your roster? Can you play 10 players? Can you play 9 players? Because the two teams that are left standing, they got like a 9, 10 man rotation. OKC almost plays everybody. You know what I'm saying? They almost play all their players.
And look at all the teams before them, all these great teams with the 2, 3 guys that tried to do it. Like look at the Knicks. They got eaten up. All these dudes either got injured. You know
Ran
what
out
I'm
of
saying? They
cash.
fell short. They fell short. They got chewed up, bro, by these 10-man rosters now.
So true.
So you got to think about that. Like it's a new day. It's just as much as like the shift of when the Warriors changed the game and started shooting the threes and everybody had to guard three. Like now it's like it's a new shift because the international players have brought their style of play over to the US now, and they brought their players.
Yep.
So the game of basketball is changing now, and you know
Ladies and
it's
gentlemen,
it, it's a great thing. It's
it's
a
a
great thing.
it's a great thing. And ladies and gentlemen, we have broke down the finals in every way, shape, form you can possibly think. I think it's going 7. It's hard. It's hard to guess who would win because what Halliburton's been doing, it don't matter what arena he's in. He could hit a game winner anywhere. It's just got to be close enough. So can't wait for game 5. Let's get to the Lakers, dog, because last time we talked, bro, we were so excited about the playoffs and shit. Well, right? Am I wrong?
Now Luka done lost 25 pounds. I done
I
seen
like
pictures of
that.
him. I'm like,
No, and Luca gonna be fine. And
yeah,
people forget
we'll
that
be
we
all
got
right.
Luca midway through, not even midway through the season. Three
Yeah.
quarters through the season, we got Luca, and I can't wait to see what we look like when the GM and our franchise actually tries to build something around Luka,
Yeah,
not
a
just
full
fire
off
at him.
season, full off season
Full offseason with
together,
LeBron. You know what I'm
everybody
saying?
together, all that. Yeah,
But I got to ask you, Jay,
yeah.
what went wrong? What did you see go wrong for them against Minnesota? Were they just too big and athletic? Because Gobert
Bro,
should not have been
it's,
doing what he was doing, man. Like,
it's obvious. We need a big man. We need. Okay, so what do we need? Who do we need? We need Giannis.
you
If we can get Giannis in the middle,
just said, fuck it. We need Giannis.
now we're back on top. You feel me? We're
But do
running
you,
the shit.
okay, so you think it's possible, Jay, to keep LeBron, Luca, and acquire Giannis?
Yeah, we just got think about it. We just had an AD. So
That's true. That's true.
you have to think some of these guys got to go, and this is what it takes to win the
You
championship.
Jay, tell me who gotta go. Don't you dare kick Reeves off the team. No.
What do we do for us when we really are we going to try to win or try to this is the difference. Like this is the difference between the Yankees, the Dodgers. Like we're the Lakers. Like
Yeah.
like that's it's okay. Like we want to win the chip, bro. That's not good enough. It's not good enough. It was a good story. He played okay, but
Oh no. Wait,
it's not
serious. You said Reeves is out of here.
bro, to get Giannis, if we need to make a
No, you're
decision,
right.
it's like
You're
if we
right.
need to make a decision, you're like, bro, they want Reeves, bet, take him. We want Giannis. Like it's
I
nothing.
agree.
It's not a
Jay,
disrespect to him and how his development has came along. But at this point, he had. That's why those opportunities come so far and few far between. That when you're in the playoffs against the Minnesota Timberwolves and you're not knocking down the three,
yeah, bro.
this
Come
is
on.
this is why now you're. This is why we have to question you because you. It's not you. It's not like you didn't have
Jay,
the opportunity.
Jay,
You
I
asked
love
for.
you. Jay, I love you so much
Okay,
because no matter what,
so
I've loved Reeves from the beginning since we drafted him. And every time
there are
talk
like
about
yeah,
Reeves,
bro.
you tell me pipe down every time.
And then I'm gonna tell you another thing. It's like, bro, you can't. Where were you when we needed somebody to stay in front of Anthony Edwards?
Oh
That's
no,
what it takes to
bro.
win the championship,
Jay,
bro.
you cannot expect
It's just,
Reeves to stay in front
oh
of
yes, I can. I can
AD.
for a few possessions, nigga. If you get switched on six pick, okay, think about it. Out of six pick and rolls at any given point or six transition plays, let's really break it down. And at some point, if you're on this dude, you got to stop him at least 2 to 3 times. He can't score all 5 to 6 every time on you,
Right.
bro.
But
You know
bro,
what I'm saying? Bro, you have no feet. You can't go side to side laterally. So all this up faking and a 75% knocking down threes up until the point we get to the second round of the playoffs or first round of the playoffs, it's cool. But nigga, we're trying to go to the third round, conference finals, championship. We
yeah.
need that shit all the way to the finals, bro. You know what I'm saying? So there's better players out there. There's niggas that got paid way
Absolutely.
more than you that were supposed to be, you know what I mean? And it's not nothing, it's not personal to him. It's every player's like that. Anybody can go. The only
Yeah.
people that really are safe is LeBron, Bronny James, and motherfucking Luca.
I can't believe you
Those
said
are
Bronny. Get Bronny
bro,
out of
he's
here,
not
nigga. Don't
bro,
even
he's not
don't put
going
Bronny
nowhere.
in there. Don't
Yo,
dog, don't put
yo,
Bronny.
only because his dad is LeBron, bro. At any given point, if there's any negotiations that come up and the Lakers are like, oh, Bronny James got to go. Well, LeBron's like, well, I might leave too then. Oh, no, Bron, you're good. You can stay. Like, it's not happening, bro.
So
It's
Jay,
not happening,
so
dog. He'll
so
stay in the G
obviously
League and he'll stay on the end of the bench.
we asked what the Lakers need, and it's a center or just Giannis is basically a
It's a
center.
center, or we need a high level point guard. We need a nigga that can guard Anthony Edwards. We need a nigga that can guard Shea. You need somebody
Like,
that's doing that type of shit. That's an initiator. That's
yeah.
an athletic, shifty, jumping out the gym, 30-point scoring motherfucker, bro.
Oh, we need like the best. I was
That's
thinking
it,
like,
bro. Like
but so if you have Luca, we just need. I feel like we need a player like a Jew Holiday or like one of them dudes on Boston that play like Derek White, one of those dudes that you could sit by Luca to that can guard the one or the two any night. You know what I'm saying? Like that's and of course a center. Like, but I would love to have like a Marcus Smart because Marcus Smart is for the low. Like, but like players like that can kind of
yeah,
guard 1 through 3.
yeah,
Caruso.
all the role players have to be guys that were once stars that are now in the point in their career where they're willing to accept a role and they're ready to win.
Because Luca's
So
getting the shots. Luca's
it
going to
has
get
to be it has to be all high level role players. Like it has to be the cast of supporting character guys that have to be guys that were probably once the man on their team. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Slowly but surely, and with the combination of like if we do keep Rui, if we do keep Reeves, if we do keep I'm trying to think who else.
We Finney Smith, Vando.
Yeah, none of those guys. Like,
You're good
I
on
don't, I
these.
don't,
I'm good.
I don't see like we're on the way when you have a championship team and you know that team right there is the best team in the NBA, and no matter what happens or who comes across, we're gonna be better than them. You got to start thinking of what type of guys are on that, what that looks like for
That
real.
looks like. So, well, let me circle back because you first name you said was we need Giannis. What are you? Because obviously it wouldn't just be Reeves. Would you be willing to give up draft capital? Because this is what it would probably look like: Reeves,
Yeah.
Rui, and Dalton Connect, and like three, a bunch of first round. You're good with that for Giannis, yeah?
Anything that's necessary.
To book Giannis.
If you can come out the smoke and you can put your lineup as Luca, LeBron, and Giannis out of the 3 out of 5
Who cares
players,
who else? Who cares who
it
else?
doesn't matter what is necessary. We are the Lakers. We got money. We got picks. And,
Oh my God.
and as long as they're not in the West, most likely, look, think about it. Milwaukee's already in the East. So if you guys are trying to do any, like, that's another benefit that, it's not, we're not in the same conferences. So let's make some shake here. We
I'm
can
with it.
help. Think about it. Think about it. Okay, so Reeves, Rui, and even Vanderbilt, right? Or Connect or somebody like that. Those 3 guys go to Milwaukee. That's a great team for them to be a part of. That's a great
Mhm.
situation for them.
And Reeves,
Like
yeah.
Reeves will never have to question his job over there. Like he's the man over there. Like he's walking in Milwaukee. Like nigga, you know who I am, bro. Y'all better
Because I
pass
think,
me the ball. Like
because
they're
honestly,
running plays for him over there. Like he's a high level of the playbook over there now.
and I
He's
feel like Reeves needs that. He's not a Luca, but Reeves needs to be on a team where he doesn't have to play defense. He needs to be.
it's just it's not even that. It's just that bro, you gotta
He
play on
shouldn't
a
be
team
guarding
that's
Anthony Edwards, dog. He
no,
should not be
you
guarding Anthony
can't. If you want to be on like when you're on teams that are going for chips, it's a different level of pressure every day.
Edwards. Hmm.
It's not Milwaukee. It's not Atlanta. It's not Orlando. It's when you're playing for the Warriors, the Lakers, you know what I mean? Even some of these teams that are the Celtics, like every day they work like they're trying to win the championship. And when they wake up at 5 in the morning, when they start the preseason workouts, nigga, they're not bullshitting. There's no time to be catting off, bro. At any minute of that time between that day and when the finals day is, when they're looking at the 2 teams on the TV playing, they expect themselves to be one of those teams playing on the TV. You see
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when you have to play every possession, every practice, when you're playing next to LeBron, now you got a guy like Luca, like nigga, you're not like you're in the NBA, nigga, like damn, you're like, oh shit, this is really real, bro. I gotta really be the best guy. Like some niggas don't really want that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like some dudes just want to be in the NBA and get a bag and go floss and do what they want to do. Like
And
they're not trying to win the chip. You know what I mean? Like
yep.
they don't have that mentality. They don't practice like that. They're not working out like that. Like, like look at
But
Tom Brady. Like,
hey,
you
but
know,
do you think the Lakers with LeBron? Because I'm getting the sense like, do you think LeBron, the combination of LeBron and Luca, is that a team? Are those two personalities that are good, that are driven? Because I feel like LeBron is kind of done over it. He's not going crazy no more. And you
what
or
you mean?
like, I just feel like because I've heard that they don't practice a lot, the Lakers, because of durability. You know what I mean? So are they even able to because LeBron is kind of chilling? Or I know he works hard, bro. I know he's in the gym and he takes care of his body. But a old LeBron mixed with a lazy Luca, how do we
Yeah,
feel?
no, I don't think that. I don't think that at all. I think LeBron is probably, if
Okay.
not the hardest working NBA player in
Yeah,
the league.
yeah.
But I would say this. I will say this, bro. I'll say this. Um, to have like, okay, the whole shit happened in the middle of the season, and for them to even take it to the point where they did, it just shows you how great they are.
Hmm.
You
They were
see
the
what I'm
third
saying?
seed. They were the third
Come
seed.
on, bro. We got taken out by Anthony Edwards in all due respect, but um now LeBron will show Luca how to really prepare his
Yep.
body. He'll
You're
teach him
right.
all these things on his way out. I definitely think LeBron can take a back seat now. Like this is the first time in his career where not even with AD, LeBron can be like, all right,
Yeah.
bro, you got it. I'm just like it's yours now.
Because
I'm
Luca's
on the
proven
team.
he can go to the chip by himself. He don't need LeBron
Yes.
to get to the chip.
Yes. like I'm gonna support you, bro. Like you lead us to the shit, bro. I got your back. Like, like I did it all these times. Like, so and I'm gonna let you lead us there. Like, and when we need to win, I'm gonna give you the ball. I'm gonna be here doing LeBron shit, but this is your team now. Like, and so I don't think he even did that with AD. Because all of AD's injuries and
Yep.
even the times that they were winning, LeBron was still the best player. He was better than AD the whole time, in my opinion.
Yep.
I think that he knows on now he's getting older and Luka is coming into the prime of his time. He's like, bro, he's better. You know what I mean? Like
The
it's
time
his
is
team.
now, just like when LeBron went over to Miami and Dwayne Wade. Yeah, the time is now.
This is the year where I believe this is LeBron's last year.
Ooh,
I think this is LeBron's last year.
ooh, hot
So
take. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's the last year of his contract, right? So
yeah, I think if he would have won last year, he might have retired. You know what I'm
he's just
saying?
waiting for that. He want to go out on a bang. I feel you. And he thought he with Luca. I
So
think that extends it a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what happens. This coming up.
because I'm gonna say this, if you look at it, you can no matter what happens, you can all these things, and then he just got what he had like kind of like a small injury towards the end of the season, right?
Mhm.
Like, and then that's where he understands now. It's like that preparation is gonna be crazy. Like this is his last time to ever try to win a shit, bro. Like this is it. Even if okay, let's just say this is not his last year, but this is his last year to ever try to win a chip. He could play maybe after these couple years,
But
but
this is probably the last year of high level basketball for
I
LeBron.
believe it, that he
He's
can be
turning
a
the ball
flex
over way too much. He's turning the ball over a lot now. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell
and just to be durable to go through the whole season
the
like that
whole
again.
season.
Bro, that's another year on that body. That's another season.
Yep.
That's another 82.
But I like it. I like the fact that we got Luca and we, like you said, a whole off season with LeBron to get it right, and hopefully we
We
bounce back.
gotta we
Hopefully,
gotta get a perennial all-star big man.
yeah, man. How do you feel about? Okay, so last question before we get out of here. Would you pick up Is DeAndre Ayton good enough, or is that's a nah? That's a nah. I'm hearing a lot of that. DeAndre.
He's a good role player. That's a guy, like I said, that's a dude right there that was a star, was supposed to be the man, and he figured it out that it's
Into
not
the
easy to
finals. He's
win.
been to the finals.
Yeah, he figured it out. It's not easy to win, and now he's humble and he has that pedigree enough where he's a player. When you look at championship type teams, that's a piece on our team that we need to have as a backup big, or you know what I mean, or he could start
Absolutely.
too. I think, but
Absolutely. Hey, bro, that's it. That's all I had. I wanted to know, like, is that center on the market appeasing? But like anything to say to the fans before we get out of here and enjoy our weekend, our Father's Day weekend.
yeah, man. Shout out Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Cook,
Love you, Dad. Love you,
bro,
Dad.
you know what I mean? All the times he used to pick us up from practices and drop our little nasty asses off, like, you know what I'm saying? Like all the time we over there, all the unks out there, you know what I mean? It just keeps sharing the love, sharing the knowledge, and I watched the one-on-one Mike Beasley versus Lance Stevenson. Like I love to see these type of things, bro. You know,
Beasley wrecked him, dog. Beaslly wrecked him.
yeah, bro. There's a league out there called the Legacy League. It's on 8 foot rims.
Okay.
It's lit. You gotta follow them on IG, bro.
Is it in Vegas? Is it where you're at or what?
They're about to come to Vegas. I was talking to some of the owners and stuff like that, but they're in Atlanta, they're in Houston, they're in I think they're in LA too. Yeah, it's called the Legacy League, bro. They play on 8 foot rims. The shit goes ham. And J.R. Smith tweeted, he's like, I don't know why y'all would be on some whack ass 8 rims or some shit like that, right? And so like every time they dunk, like they put his little meme cut, like his little tweet up, and they're like, and like it's just highlights of dudes just like
Matt,
boom. And then he's like, but they said this wasn't be dope. But it just, you know what it reminds me of?
like baby money course.
Yeah. They got a league for baby money, bro. It's a baby money league, bro. It's
We started
hard.
the baby monies, dog. Hey, y'all, it's been a fun time. Jay, thank you so much for joining the show today. I appreciate you. I love you, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
y'all, until next time on the Faithful Fan Show, everyone enjoy your Father's Day weekend. Hey, until next time. Dun, 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 dun.
In the paint, going hard with the venom. Shot so much, man, I think I need to lay. I need to lay in the paint, going hard with the venom. Shot so much, man, I think I need to lay. Animal, MC Cannibal, rap hand. Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm Orpheus and real, my rhymes convict and heal. A world blind, my lies a red pill, real. Ball like I've been here, rookie in his prime. Focus like Jordan the second time. Kobe in playoff times, you know fully when I drop. Call for it, Kelly go in the Blizo spit. Auto like free throws, Vahito. Circle loose stroke magic.